In recent days, images and reports have emerged from the United States that have unsettled millions. Federal immigration agents, large-scale enforcement operations, communities watching anxiously as families wonder whether a knock on the door could change their lives forever. Supporters call it law enforcement, critics call it collective punishment. But for many people, inside America and across the world, the question is no longer only legal, it is moral. This moment is not unique. Immigration has divided societies before, and it will again. But moments like this force a deeper question, one that goes beyond politics, beyond slogans, beyond fear. How should human beings be treated when they cross borders seeking safety, dignity, or survival? And more importantly, is there a moral framework that balances law, security, and human dignity without turning compassion into chaos or enforcement into cruelty? Tonight, we explore that question through an ancient yet strikingly relevant lens, Islamic guidance and wisdom, not as theology imposed on a secular state, but as a moral tradition that has grappled with migration, refuge, and diversity for over 14 centuries.
The United States is a nation shaped by migration. From Ellis Island to the railroads, to farms, factories, and laboratories, immigrants built the physical and intellectual foundations of the country. And yet today, the system is under visible strain. Millions live without legal status. Asylum cases stretch for years. Enforcement agencies are overstretched. Communities live in uncertainty, not only fearing crime, but fearing separation. The debate collapses into extremes: open borders or zero tolerance, compassion or security, humanity or law. But this framing is false. No society can survive without law, and no society can remain moral without compassion. The tragedy is that modern systems often force governments to choose one at the expense of the other. Islamic guidance offers a different way forward.
Islam begins with a simple, radical principle. Human dignity is inherent. The Quran states, "We have honored the children of Adam." This honor is not conditional, not on nationality, not on religion, not on legal documentation. In Islamic thought, dignity is not granted by the state. It exists before the state. This changes everything. The first question is not, is this person legal? It is this person vulnerable? Are we about to commit injustice? Will power be exercised with restraint or without it?
Islam did not emerge in stability. It emerged through migration. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was forced to flee his home. His followers left behind wealth, property, and security. They became migrants, refugees, outsiders. And those who welcomed them, the people of Madinah, were praised not for their borders, but for their generosity. The Quran describes them as people who give preference to others over themselves, even when they are in need. Migration in Islam is not treated as a crime. It is often treated as a moral necessity. And societies are judged not by how aggressively they deter migrants, but by how justly they treat them.
Islamic law developed detailed protections for foreigners centuries before modern human rights conventions. Any person who entered a land peacefully, seeking work, trade, safety, or refuge, was granted what is called Aman, a guarantee of safety. Once granted, that protection could not be violated arbitrarily. Their life was inviolable, their dignity was protected, their home could not be entered without permission, their family could not be harmed. The Prophet Muhammad issued a grave warning: whoever harms a protected foreigner will not even smell the fragrance of paradise. This was not symbolic language, it was legal instruction.
Islam does not believe in unlimited state authority. Power is a trust, and every ruler, no matter how strong, is accountable. Caliphs were questioned publicly. Governors were removed for abuse. Judges ruled against rulers. Security mattered, but justice mattered more. Islam forbids arbitrary detention, collective punishment, terrorizing civilians, breaking families without due process. Power without restraint is oppression, and oppression in Islam is among the gravest sins.
One Qur'anic principle stands above many others. No soul bears the burden of another. Children cannot suffer for their parents' status. Families cannot be destroyed for administrative violations. Communities cannot be targeted because of identity. Justice must be individual, measured, proportionate. Anything else becomes tyranny.
In Islam, the home is sacred. Even criminals could not be pursued into homes without judicial authorization. The Quran commands, "Do not enter houses other than your own without permission." This principle exists to protect the innocent from state overreach. Fear is not a tool of justice.
Not all migration is driven by war. Sometimes it is driven by hunger, by economic collapse, by the inability to feed one's children. Islam recognizes seeking livelihood as honorable. Providing for one's family is not greed, it is duty. When systems fail, movement becomes survival. Islam does not deny reality, it regulates it with mercy.
Islam allows removal from land only under strict conditions: due process, individual assessment, no exposure to harm. Returning someone to violence, persecution, or starvation is considered participation in injustice. A Muslim, the Prophet said, is one from whose hand and tongue others are safe. Safety is the standard.
If Islamic ethical guidance were applied not as religion but as moral wisdom, the immigration conversation would shift. Human dignity becomes the baseline, due process becomes non-negotiable, families are preserved, fear is removed from enforcement, economic realities are acknowledged, law and compassion are reconciled. Islam does not call for chaos, it calls for justice.
Islamic societies governed vast, diverse populations: Arabs, Persians, Africans, Europeans, Muslims, Christians, Jews, others. Movement was common. Diversity was normal. People were treated as trusts, not threats. History shows that stability does not come from cruelty. It comes from legitimacy.
This is not about one country, and it is not about one policy. It is about a question every civilization must answer. Can power be exercised without cruelty? Can law be enforced without humiliation? Can security exist without sacrificing humanity? Islam answers yes, but only when justice restrains power, only when mercy is seen as strength, only when dignity is non-negotiable. The Quran offers a warning and a reminder. God does not love oppression. History shows that nations are not remembered for how harshly they enforced laws, but for how they treated the powerless. That is the lesson of our time.
People move for all sorts of reasons: for new opportunities, for family, or to find a safer place to call home. Every single person has a unique story, and every community is affected in different ways. It's a complex issue with so many different perspectives, and there's really no single easy answer. That's why I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on migration? What experiences have you had, or what have you observed in your community? Drop a comment below, because your perspective is incredibly valuable. If this conversation is important to you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone you think should see it. And if you want to be part of more discussions like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.